Hello everyone, welcome to Archibald Ambition, and today I'm going to be going over the first month of my 90-day challenge. This has been a journey designed to keep me to important tasks and push me closer to my goals. Before these 90 days, I'm committed to a set of non-negotiable tasks, which I must complete every day. And if there's ever a day that I miss one, I must restart that day the next day. In this first month, I felt a mix of successes and challenges. I found that if I was going to complete these things every day, that I had to have strong structure. And I found that the smallest changes in habit in the day and the smallest changes in action greatly changed my ability to complete these tasks and complete my important work in the day. Over the past month, I've been writing a journal as part of the challenge. And in these reflections, I found some key points. Be vigilant of time and the use of time through the entire day. I found there was many days that I had a very strong morning, and then I would forget about the tasks I had to complete that day and go on an afternoon side quest. This burned a lot of time. Now how I fixed this issue was I kept my to-do list, and I checked my to-do list for the day, so I had a reminder of what I wanted to complete that day. Environment matters. Triggers and cues to do actions make a huge difference. One big thing that I found was when I woke up in the morning and I was having issues getting up or getting going in the morning, simply putting my towel in front of my door, and that was right in front of me when I got out of my bed, cued me to get ready and go to the shower immediately, which is my first action of the day. Mindset and presence. I found that during any action of my day, especially during prayer, being focused and present transformed the experience. When you're doing these tasks, you can't just go through the motions. You have to engage with it if you're going to get anything out of it. The importance of consistency. Every day is a building block. These habits, actions, cues, they have to be done every day. And often, the more you do them, and the more consistently you do them, the better you get at them until they become part of your system. And simplify your important actions. Make it as easy as possible for you to start tasks. An example for myself was I always have my computer in my backpack on me, and I have everything set up on my computer, so all I have to do is open it to start my next task. And I was brown out on a coach on my university campus, and I was absolutely zoinked. I was not ready to get anything done. And I was like, I just want to start a small thing. I just want to get some momentum, just the next thing. So I pulled my laptop out of my computer and I just sat there brown out. And I ended up getting into about an hour and a half of a really good workflow. And sometimes you just have to break tasks down. You have to break it down smaller and smaller until you have that activation energy to start your task. Big tasks start small. They take the next action. And that also cues back to the point of how important it is to be present. You gotta live this moment. Your mind can't handle all of the things that you have to do in the future, but it can handle doing the thing right now. And if you keep doing the thing right now, you'll finish all those things in the future. Now, I'll admit, it hasn't been perfect. There's been days that I've missed so far. There's been days that I woke up late or missed training, and when I had that flu, I had 2 days when I barely completed any of my tasks for 2 days. But I found it was the days of my setbacks, though they were painful, that taught me the most. It was those days when I didn't want to do it. It was those days when I was actually having trouble getting started or pushing myself to do something, that I learned where that barrier is. I learned how to break those barriers. I'd say by the end of this first month of the challenge that I'm way better at getting myself to do things than I was before. I have an easier time with consistency because I'm learning more and more about those things that stop me. Maybe I was really good at the first 5 days, but when I get to day 6, day 7, day 8, how do I keep myself going? Now, as I move forward into the next month, I have a set of things that I want to bring with me, a couple set of lessons, and a couple of changes based on the reflection that I did. First, I want to be more involved in what I do. I realize that I've been involved in a lot of things, but I haven't been putting energy into it, or haven't been putting my full energy into it. And this has blocked me from reaching the potential and making the change that I want to make in the things that I do. realize that putting half the energy in is only going to get you a quarter of the result. And further on that point, I have to regulate how much I'm involved in. I want to have more respect for timings as well. I realize that I haven't been as punctual as I could be. And you don't get the most out of the things that you do if you're not showing up on time, starting at the start. Though I was getting things done, I can get things done a lot faster from the start. I'm connected and engaged. I want to have more meaningful interactions moving forward. So I want to do my best to keep in a good crowd and to make sure that I'm genuinely interested in what the person who's talking to me is saying, staying engaged and being involved, being as interested in what they're doing as I am in the conversation. Continue to regulate environment. Environment is important, and I need to make sure that I'm still setting up those cues and triggers, and I'm setting up those places that I go daily and the actions that I take to make sure that it's setting me up to make it as easy as possible to do the things that I need to do to succeed. And lastly, to continue to embrace reflection. These reflections have been helping me a lot. They make me realize the pitfalls that I have and helping me to fine adjust and fine tune my system to get me more to where I want to be. Thank you for watching. In this coming month, let's keep pushing. Let's get to work.